Hey everyone, so this video has been a long time coming. I'm actually going to talk a bit about IMATS. This is my, I guess you could say it's a review of IMATS LA. I'm going to be quite honest. Okay, I am not a professional makeup artist. I've never claimed to be. I am starting to look into doing makeup professionally, but I'm still not going to claim the title because I haven't done anything yet to win it or deserve it. Deserve it is the word. But if I were a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist who always looked forward to going to IMATS LA every single year, I would have been gravely, gravely disappointed this year. It was so crowded, so unbelievably crowded. I didn't even get a chance to make it to any of the classes because of how crowded it was. I didn't want to deal with the crowds. I think the only thing that made IMATS good for me and made dealing with the crowds bearable was whenever I would have people come up and, you know, ask me who I was or want to take pictures with me. That made it bearable because it was fun to see new people and meet them and, you know, have y'all walk up to me and say hi. Oh, you know, your videos are cool, thanks for doing them, or, you know, just whatever, even just coming up just to say, hey, can I take your picture? You guys were the ones who really made the crowd bearable. Other than that, I couldn't do it. The friends that I went with this year over to IMATS LA, if it weren't for them and if it weren't for us all staying in the hotel and hanging out and, you know, just hanging out the entire weekend, I wouldn't have enjoyed the weekend as much. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't go to any classes, so I have no tips to share. I went to one class, I recorded it, and then my battery died towards the last 15 minutes, so I didn't even get the last bit of it, of the class that I went to, and it was one with Kevin Bennett up on the main stage. So I don't know, I guess Makeup Artist magazine, according to their magazine, they did have quite a few letters come in from makeup artists complaining about it. So next year they are planning on doing a pros only day, so then that way the pros can actually enjoy IMATS for what it used to be. I do like the fact that IMATS is open to the public. I love that fact because, you know, not all of us are in a place where there is a union. Not all of us want to join a union, and not all of us, you know, are working in Hollywood. You know, we kind of just freelance and do this on our own. Some of us just do the whole bridal thing. So we don't really necessarily always have the proof to get into these shows, and, you know, some of the classes that they've been doing have been really great as far as how to get into the business and how to make it on your own and this, that, and the other thing. So I think that that's great that they're open to the public and you could go to classes like that. But this year it was way too commercialized, way too guru-ized. I'm making up my own words. You know, and I know I'm part of it to blame because I advertise it, because I do like IMATS. I love IMATS. I love the classes that I was able to go to. I love the fact that, you know, you have so many different booths there that are represented by different companies. So you can literally go up to one booth and compare and contrast different things about others. You know, it's not like you have to buy it online, figure it out, and then compare it and contrast it. You can do it all right there while you wanted to. But it was just too crowded. It was way too crowded this year. I'm currently planning on going to IMATS Toronto. I'm not sure if I am yet or not. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on our finances between my husband and I. And because we are planning on going up to New York City over Thanksgiving. Well, I am anyways, to do makeup for one of my friends who's going to be in the Macy's Day Parade. And then we're supposed to be going up to New York to visit his family in December. So financially, I'll have to see. I'd love to go, but I don't know. As soon as I know for sure, though, I will start posting on Twitter and Facebook, and that way, you know, I don't know if you guys are interested in following me around IMATS Toronto and knowing what's going on in the classes and everything else like that, like I did for IMATS LA 2009, then you guys can still follow me for that. 2010 I didn't really update a lot. I still haven't updated. Obviously this video is just coming out now. I haven't updated on my page about it because I mean really I really was just greatly disappointed by it because of how crowded it was. I figured that they would have had better crowd control, knowing, in my opinion, I knew going to it how crowded it was going to be because of how popular the tags, because of how much you kept hearing about IMATS before IMATS even happened. So I knew it was going to be crowded. I assumed that they would have had more crowd control. Other than that though, it still was fun. It still was a good experience. I still do recommend it to any of you who are wanting to get into makeup. The classes are well worth it. You know, you think about it, you're paying $50-$60 for a 2-day event for classes that offer you hundreds of dollars worth of information. So, I mean, regardless of how crowded it was, if you can get past the fact that it was so crowded in the exhibition hall, because I wasn't in the classrooms, I don't know how crowded it got, but if you can make it past the crowd, it's still worth it to go. It's still always worth it to go and get the information that you get. But yeah, I still plan on going next year, despite the fact that I was not pleased with the crowd this year. I still plan on going next year, whether I go as someone for press or, you know, I buy my own ticket. This year I went for press. Makeup Artist Magazine did send me a press pass, so I was able to get into the whole 2-day event for free. Still had to pay my own airfare, still had to pay my own rental car, and still had to buy my own products, but yeah, next year I still plan on going. Whether I get a press pass or not, I'm still going. So hopefully next year I'll be able to make it to classes, because I had every intention of going this year with my new handy dandy video camera that's so small and portable, and going to classes and recording them. But yeah, I was just so claustrophobic from the crowds, I couldn't even make it to the classes. Next year I'm definitely planning on doing it and doing the classes instead. I think I'm just going to skip the entire exhibition hall except when it comes to the student competition and go straight to the classes, because I feel that that's more important than being in the exhibition hall and buying stuff, you know, at a pro discount. Although some of those companies' pro discount is pretty dang good. But yeah, so that's kind of my view on IMATS. It's not really that great, I know. I didn't really go that too far in depth, but really, I really was kind of disappointed with it. I figured they would have had better crowd control for that. The line was out the door. My friends and I, we got there at 7:30 in the morning. There was already a line to go into the exhibition hall. There was, by the time the doors opened, the line to get your tickets at will call was going from the booth all the way down to where the main entrance doors were. And that's not really a small area that it took up. It was a pretty large, to go from where the will call booth was to where the main entrance doors to the convention center were. It's a pretty good distance. Hopefully next year, if they decide not to do a pro day only, or if they decide to just keep it like they did, hopefully they'll have better crowd control. That would be my only thing that I would change, because the lines were ridiculously long, and then trying to get through whenever there was like the bigger gurus were doing shows somewhere, trying to make your way through crowds was ridiculous. As soon as the doors opened, the Makeup Forever booth, I was looking at products for maybe 15 minutes. Within that 15 minutes, the line had already gotten to be about an hour to an hour and a half long of a wait. I was in line there. I went straight for the Makeup Forever booth as soon as the doors opened, and looked at the products for 15 minutes wrote down what I wanted and got in line, and I was in line for about an hour. So It was pretty crazy. And while I was in line, the line had actually wrapped around the booth. And it was a pretty big square booth. Wrapped around the booth and went down the aisleway, all the way down towards the back of the exhibition floor. So it was crazy, crazy. And even NYX too. I went to NYX the next day and I stood in line there for about half an hour to 45 minutes. And I was smart because I went to that one when the Guru Summit was going on, because I figured everybody would probably be over in the Guru Summit room. So I went to the NYX booth because I figured the line wouldn't be so long, because everybody was going to be in there. So luckily, once the Guru Summit got out, you knew it got out, because the crowd in the exhibition hall just blew up again. So yeah, I got to meet Queen Bee Makeup. She's actually one of the girls I got to hang out with. My favorite person. I would say my favorite person outside of YouTube, but now she's finally starting to do YouTube videos, which makes me so happy, because there were so many of her looks that I've seen her do on Blog TV that I wish she had just recorded and done for YouTube videos, because, you know, there were certain tips or tricks or something that I would forget, and it's not like I had the option to rewind. So luckily now she's doing YouTube tutorials, so if you want to check her out, you know, the link's up here. And there's also going to be a link down below in the information box, so check her out. Check her out. Some of you who are frequent, I'm trying to think of the word, but those of you who are active on Makeup Geek TV or on makeupgeek.com on the forums probably already know her, probably have already seen her work, have already heard about her. Manages her own makeup site. She has for a while now. She only just now started doing live YouTube videos. So for a while there she was doing a lot of Blog TV, and that was pretty much the only way that she would do videos. She's just awesome. She's amazing. Her blending is unbelievable. Her color choices, I've never seen a color choice on her that I didn't like. I've never seen a look that she's done that I didn't like. And she has some of the most random color combinations that I've ever seen anybody do. Well, not true. She has color combinations that I've seen other people do, but she pulls them off. There are some color combinations, not to sound like a bitch, but there are some color combinations that I've seen some people do, and you just sit there and, why would you put that up for the world to see? I even have looks like that. I have looks where I'm going back and looking at some of my videos, and I'm like, why did I put that up? Why? So yeah, I've never had a thought like that about her looks, so check her out. She has quite a few videos up already, and she just started like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago at most, if that. So yeah, check out her videos if you haven't already. They are awesome. 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 And yes, girl, yes! That was for you. Okay, that's it, bye.